Welcome to the trailhead. It feels like every single week, more and more people are standing exactly where you are right now, just kind of looking out at this massive, rapidly expanding landscape of artificial intelligence. And it's an incredible sight for sure, but let's be honest, it's also incredibly overwhelming. I mean, new tools are dropping faster than most of us can even update our passwords. So you're probably asking yourself the exact same question millions of others are. Should I actually pay for AI? Like, are the free versions already good enough to get me where I need to go? Well, to answer that, I decided to strap on my boots and go on a bit of an expedition. I tested and compared some of the most popular AI subscriptions out there to evaluate what you literally get for your hard-earned money. And honestly, the results of this premium intelligence audit weren't always what I expected. So let's dive right into this explainer and begin our journey. Now, this right here is the core dilemma every single user faces at this trailhead. When you're looking at upgrading to a paid AI tool, you have to realize you aren't just buying software. You're essentially hiring a guide for your expedition. And the big truth I discovered during my audit is that there is absolutely no universal winner that conquers every single mountain. Instead, it's all about finding the right tool for your specific journey, your specific tasks, and your specific terrain. If you pick the wrong guide, well, you might end up paying a premium for paths you're never even going to walk. But if you pick the right one, your journey becomes incredibly fast and efficient. Before we take our first actual step, let's just quickly check the map. We're going to start with Section 1, the Great AI Crossroads. Then, Section 2, Meet Your AI Guides. In Section 3, we're weighing the premium options. Section 4 brings us to the fork in the road. And finally, Section 5, Arriving at your decision. All right, let's go. Okay, Section 1, the Great AI Crossroads, Deciding Your Path. The AI landscape is moving so fast that it's super easy to feel lost in the woods, which makes evaluating what you actually get for your money absolutely crucial right now. Moving on to Section 2, Meet Your AI Guides, the contenders. Because remember, these top-tier tools aren't just software. They're entirely different types of travel companions, ready to guide you. I really want you to think of these top-tier tools as those travel companions. If you're going to pay a monthly fee, you need to know exactly what kind of expertise they carry in their backpacks, right? So first up on the trail is ChatGPT Plus. This is kind of the well-rounded Sherpa of the group. When you upgrade, you get a seriously upgraded companion. We're talking significantly faster responses and a much, much larger context window. That basically means you can paste in a massive thread of emails or super long document, and the AI won't just lose the plot halfway through your conversation. Because of this incredibly versatile skill set, ChatGPT Plus is your everyday multi-tool. It's ready for almost any standard terrain you throw at it. Next up, we have Claude Pro. Now, if ChatGPT Plus is the Sherpa, Claude Pro is definitely the deep thinking scholar. This guide is built for heavy intellectual lifting. Its absolute defining feature is its superior long document handling. If you need to navigate through massive, dense forests of information, like, say, feeding it a 100-page financial report or a giant textbook chapter, Claude Pro just does it without breaking a sweat. It doesn't just spit out an answer, it actually thinks through the logic beautifully. So if your journey involves heavy research and complex exceptional writing, this is undeniably your best fit, no question. And our third guide is Gemini Advanced. Think of this one as the well-connected company insider. Gemini Advance's absolute superpower is its seamless integration with Google services. So if your digital life basically already lives in Google Docs, Gmail, and Google Drive, this AI taps right into that terrain. It drafts emails, summarizes documents, and generates ideas right there where you're already working. It is the perfect companion for anyone who's heavily embedded in the Google ecosystem and just wants an AI that works alongside their existing workflow, rather than forcing you to open a brand new map or switch between a dozen different tabs. All right, Section 3, Weighing the Premium Options, the map. Let's see how they actually compare. This is where we arrive at a clearing, roll out the map, and measure our guides against each other head-to-head to see how they stack up when the rubber actually meets the trail. First up is price, the toll for the road, basically. Across the board, you're looking at about $20 a month for these premium tiers. But then we look at the specific trails. For writing and research, Claude Pro really takes the lead with its advanced reasoning. For coding, ChatGPT Plus is still an absolute powerhouse. And for everyday productivity, Gemini Advanced really shines. You kind of have to tally up the overall value based on what you actually need. Like, if you literally never write code, a high coding score doesn't matter for your journey at all. It's completely about aligning their specific strengths with your personal map. Which brings us to Section 4, the fork in the road, free versus paid. Okay, so this is the critical decision point of our whole expedition. Because upgrading isn't for everyone, and honestly, that is a perfectly fine conclusion to reach. Let's clearly delineate our travelers here. If you're a casual user just asking the occasional question, maybe a student looking for a little study help, or someone just exploring AI to see what all the fuss is about, stay on the free path. It's well paved, it's incredibly capable, and it won't cost you a single dime. However, you should definitely pay the monthly toll if you're a professional relying on speed, a frequent content creator who needs high-quality output in those large context windows, a developer utilizing advanced coding, or a small business owner integrating AI to save hours of manual labor. For that second group, the $20 premium guide literally pays for itself in the time you save and the quality delivered. And finally, Section 5, arriving at your decision, the destination. We've seen the changing landscape together, and we've officially met the Sherpa, the scholar, and the insider. You've weighed their strengths, and you've stood at the fork in the road to identify exactly what kind of traveler you are. So here is my final verdict from this premium intelligence audit. There is no single universal winner. Seriously, anyone who tells you there is one definitive best AI for every single person simply hasn't spent enough time out here on the trails. The best option depends entirely on your specific daily tasks and your budget. If you need a little bit of everything, go with ChatGPT Plus. If you're deep in the weeds of complex research, Claude Pro is your best friend. If your entire work life is in Google Workspace, grab Gemini Advanced. The destination you reach depends completely on the personal map you're holding. I'm going to leave you with this final thought. The fog has completely cleared. You know exactly what the premium tools offer, and you know whether your specific journey requires you to open your wallet or just stick to the free trail. So, now that you have the map right there in your hands, which path will you take? Choose your guide, step onto the trail, and go build something amazing.